Sorry, guys, I forgot something here. One last thing that I wanted to point out that I thought I had discussed later, but we should discuss now, is what happens to other elements that aren't iron. So if we look at elements that are smaller than iron, 56, things like hydrogen, helium, if we put these things together into larger nuclei, so let's say we can just add them together, keep putting nuclei together. Every time we do that, we release a little bit of energy. We release a little bit of energy because they become more stable. It's the splash that's given off when the rock hits the ground or when the rock hits the lake. And each time we combine them, I notice more and more energy is released. Greater binding energy, more energy is released when they combine. All the way up into iron 56. Now, anything past iron 56, and if we try to combine them, we're going to lose energy, right? We have to do something to put them together. We need to add some more energy some kind of way. And this is why things like converting silver to gold or something like that is just so much of a challenge and generally impossible. Because the process doesn't release any type of energy as it goes. It doesn't become more stable if you try to put things together. But if you try to go this way, beyond. And so notice that as we go from hydrogen to that iron isotope, we're going to a more stable nucleus. Now that doesn't happen over here. It goes to less stable nuclei. However, on the other side of iron, if we take uranium 232, somewhere over here, or 235, I'm sorry, somewhere over here, and we split it apart into smaller pieces, into smaller nuclei, right, into something around, I think it's 140, I'm guessing. We'll see in just a minute. I don't remember the exact products. Now it's moving towards a more stable nuclei. If you split larger atoms and make them smaller, they become more stable. If you combine smaller atoms into larger ones, they become more stable. The point that draws the line is this iron 56 isotope. Either way, this releases energy. And this releases energy. You're always releasing energy if you're moving towards that most stable nuclei. So even though these are very similar processes, we have two different names for them. If you combine nuclei, we call this fusion. And we'll discuss this in a few sections. If we break apart or make nuclei smaller, we call this fission. We separate them. And we're going to discuss this in the next section.